guys, hopefully you can hear me. My other camera died, so I'm using this one that has the built-in microphone. I'll try and turn up the dB so you can hear me a little bit better. I decided to take you along with me. I'm going to set up my ebrake. There's high side and low side. I'm pretty sure most controllers now have it. And if you don't know how to set it up, that's pretty much why I'm making this video. First what we're going to do is we're going to consult with the manual to find out which wire is the high side. Going by what I found, they're saying that the high side brake is purple wire and it's got the big white connector to it. I wouldn't be 100% sure, but this looks purple here. And it's got one connector. There's two ways of actually setting this up. It'll be easier with an e-bike style setup with the back brake. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to run a lead from that connector to the brake light. Not the running light, because the running light will be a constant 12 volts. You want the 12 volts to initiate when you pull the brake lever. So we're going to run a lead across there just to check if it works. If you don't have an e-bike style setup, like if you have a bicycle setup or an enduro, you're going to want to add a switch to your front lever. I will leave a link in the description where you can get parts for that, but you're going to want to maybe epoxy a reed switch and a magnet to it. That's pretty much the easiest way to do it. Or you can buy a lever with the switch built in, but they're pretty cheap, so I don't recommend them. Another way to go is this. You can pick this up for a few bucks on Amazon. You can just set up one of the switches for e-brake, so when you're pulling it and you want the e-brake to initialize, you just push it in. You can go that way. You don't want to do the reed switch. But this is just basic video on showing you how to set it up. So first thing we're going to do is just to be sure that this wire actually is the e-brake. There shouldn't be any voltage in it. So you're going to want to take a meter and test this to ground, just to be sure. So it's powered up here, and this will also save you from getting plasma on your fingers and destroying your wiring, not to mention your controller. Okay, so positive lead, get that grounded. When I touch it on, I get maybe, I'll show you, I get it less than 4 milliamps, and then it drops to 0, so that's normal. About 4 milliamps. So we're good there. There's no voltage. What we're going to do next, power the bike off. We're going to run a lead. Well, actually what we have to do is we have to find the lead on this connector here that goes to the rear brake light, and find out which one is the brake. Okay, so that one says 11.8. That's your running light. Testing the orange. I get about 3 milliamp on that. Pull the brake. Nothing. Turn blue. Nothing there. Got brown, nothing. Pull the brake, nothing. And yellow. We have a winner. Okay, so the yellow with the green stripe is the brake light on this wire. Okay, so what we'll do is take our blue lead here. Push that in the connector just for a test. We're also going to test this on the Bluetooth software just to see if you can adjust it from there, which I'm dying to do. Do that, no smoke. Quick brake test. No smoke. Seem to be working though. Unless I have to turn it on in the firmware. Okay, let's check the firmware and see if we can get it to work from there. Yeah, see, so once again, without the dongle, you wouldn't be able to use this feature, which kind of blows. It should be by default, you hook the wire up and it's already in the firmware setup. But if you go into the firmware, it says ABS brake is off by default. So you're going to want to turn it on. And then you can adjust the strength, which is really cool. Because my last build was... it had one setting only, and it was like pretty much throwing you into the handlebars every time you put it on. So this one here is adjustable. So we'll like set it at 5%. We'll go back, and then hit save, and then listen to this. Smooth. What else we do here? Turn it up a bit. See what it's like. Back, save. That's nice. It's going to save on my brake pads, and pretty much I can stop with one finger. So I figured I would share that with you guys. Like I said, if your controller doesn't have the dongle, it will only have one setting. But you can either set up the high side or the low side, whatever your preference is. And if you don't have a regulator on the bike, I'm pretty sure that will also run on 5 volts, so you can find a 5 volt lead. It could be one of the red wires. You have to consult with your controller. But I'll leave all the links in the description of all the parts you can pick up to get this to work the way you want to customize it. I hope it helps you guys. I just got mine done. I'll make it a more permanent wire going into the bike, but we're good to go. Later, guys.